Good news! The Thai retirement visa just got so much easier this year. All that noise you hear about difficulty opening bank accounts, awkward paperwork delays, and confusing document requirements tell those naysayers to touch grass. Today, I'm going to tell you how to apply for your Thai retirement visa in 10 minutes using the latest and best procedures for 2025 so you don't get lost in the sauce. My name is Yai. You might already know me from the Let's Live in Thailand YouTube channel. If you're planning on moving to Thailand for retirement, work, or education, don't miss all the great videos you'll find there. Like and subscribe so you can find them all. As Sleepy Joe would say, it's no malarkey that for retiring to Thailand, this new procedure is a game changer. Even though it's not so different from what smart applicants were doing before, the Thai government has now streamlined and automated the front end, saving you a migraine. Yay! First thing, what is a non-O Thai retirement visa and do you qualify? There are several ways to retire in Thailand. There's the elite visas and the LTR visas for those who aren't cash sensitive. I tell you about those in this video. What I'm going to show you today is the garden variety non-O visa based on retirement. Non, because it's a non-immigrant visa. It's not a path to Thai citizenship. O, because old people? I don't know. Do you qualify? There are only 3 questions you need to answer to know. 1, are you 50 or older? 2, can you show income or assets in your home country? And 3, can you scrape up the equivalent of about 25,000 bucks or 22,000 euros to put in an interest-bearing time deposit in Thailand and leave it there? If the answer to those questions is yes, then you're a go. Let's talk a little more about that $25,000 or 22,000 euros. You'll hear a lot about being able to use monthly income to meet the financial requirements for the visa instead of having to do a time deposit. Yeah, well, not so much and not so easy, especially when getting a new visa. Maybe after you're in Thailand a year or two and you know your way around, you might find some way to make that happen. It's not straightforward. It varies by immigration office and even by immigration officer. So lean in. If you can't come up with $25,000 or 22,000 euros for that, maybe a Thai retirement visa isn't the right way for you to go. Just saying. Watch the Thai visa step-by-step video to look at your other options for coming to live in our paradise. Hey, if you qualify, you can jump right into the website and it will walk you through everything you need to do. But it's easier if you get everything prepared before you sign on. Make a folder on the desktop of your computer. Fire up your scanner or learn how to scan documents with your telephone. Now, gather all these documents, plop them on the table, and make a good scan of each one, no bigger than 3 megabytes each. You're going to want your passport data page, your visa photo, your proof of residence, usually a utility bill, but if your driver's license has your address on it, you can use that. And finally, your proof of financial status, usually just your last 3 bank statements. At the end of the video, there's a detailed tutorial on how to prepare each of these ready for upload. Now, print out your accommodation reservation with its address and phone number. Print out your airline reservation with date and flight numbers, and write down your Thai phone number if you already have one. All ready with that? Let's log into the official Thailand e-visa website. First, you'll see this great pop-up reminding you that you don't have to go to the embassy and you don't have to mail in any physical documents. Click Acknowledge and then mouse up to the upper right corner and click Create an Account. Enter your name and all the usual information. The only tricky part is contact number because it seems to pick random countries. Fix that, enter an email, choose a password, confirm the password, fill in the challenge, and then click Create an Account. I already have an account, so I'm going to mouse up to the upper right corner and click Sign In. I'll enter my email, account password, do the challenge again, and click Sign In. This gets me to my dashboard, which is showing recent incomplete visa applications. Here we can see all our applications, or you can apply for a new visa. Let's apply for a new visa. The first thing they want to do is check that you're eligible. So they ask what country your identity document is from and the kind of identity document. We're going to apply from the United States. Because the United States has a number of Thai embassies and consulates, you're going to need to pick the right one to review your application based on the state you reside in. We reside in California, so we're going to choose the Royal Thai Consulate General in Los Angeles. Your travel document type is likely an ordinary passport. Next, you're going to select the visa type. There's a whole bunch of visas here, but the one that you're going to want to apply for is the non-immigrant visa. There are even more options for purpose of visit than there are visa types, so you'll have to scroll way down to retirement. There's only one choice for the number of entries, and that's single. Make a quick review of everything you've entered, then click Next. We'll upload our passport and visa photo later, so scroll down and start filling stuff in. You'll start out with title, which you should choose appropriately. Once you've chosen, it autofills sex, but you can change that. Notice in Thailand you can choose Others for sex. Enter your first name and your family name. If you don't have a middle name, don't worry about it, it's optional. When you get down to the contact number, make sure it's the right country code before putting in your phone number. Enter your email. Select your nationality. If you hold more than one nationality, you should click Yes. You'll fill that nationality in, but it won't ask you for passport or other identification for that nationality. They do, however, want to know your nationality at birth to see if you're a naturalized citizen. Select your place of birth, your city of birth, your date of birth, and your marital status. Next comes your travel document information. You're going to tell them that you have a passport. Give them the passport number, where it's issued, when it was issued, and when it expires. When you upload your passport, this information will be automatically updated, so you'll want to look at that one more time at the end. Under address information, they want your permanent home address, and this better match the residence information that you upload later. You'll fill in your address, the country, the state, and the city. Click that your permanent address is the same as your current address, otherwise your application can get complicated. In the next section, they want your employment details. Since you're coming to retire, you have to click Retired. When you do, the company information disappears and they ask you for your annual income. There are two options in the drop-down that will immediately disqualify you from getting the visa. Don't pick under 20,000 US and don't pick no income. You're going to need about $25,000 of income a year or more to get approved for this visa. I'm going to go ahead and choose 20,000 to 40,000 US. Now let's mouse back to the top to upload our first two documents. We'll start with the biodata page of the travel document. Remember, I told you to have your digital files in a folder on your desktop. We'll open that folder now so that you can access those files. You're going to drag and drop them into this little box. It uploads and reads the passport file and then lets you check the information. Make sure the information it read is correct. Maybe there was an error or some defect on your photo that made it hard to read. If it's all okay, click Add to Application. If it's not, click Cancel and upload a better image. Now we get to upload our visa photo. It has to have been taken within the past 6 months so it looks like you. And make sure you look at the example photographs to know that your photo is acceptable. Of course, yours is correct because you watched this video to the end and followed all the instructions there. So let's assume you've done that and drag the file onto the application. When it's uploaded and their AI has approved it, you see a little message on the top that says the photograph quality meets the ICAO standard. One last time, scroll down, checking all the information and make any corrections. Then you can click Next. That gets you to page 3, the travel information. Before you started, you wrote down all your flight information so you know your intended date of arrival. Your intended date of departure doesn't have to be your outgoing flight because you don't plan to leave. Your intended date of departure should be chosen 90 days from when you enter. As you can see when I enter it here, that's the last date it will let you put in for the intended date of departure. Now you'll enter where your trip to Thailand begins. It should be your home country. If you choose air, you get to choose whether you're coming in on your own private plane or whether you're on a commercial airline, and then you get to put in the flight number. Have you ever visited Thailand before? I think if you're coming here to retire, that's probably a yes. Have you ever applied for a Thai visa? That could go either way if you've just been entering on visa waivers. Put yes or no, as is your case. I'm surprised if you're traveling as a group tour to get here, so click no. Now they ask you where you're going to live. Remember, I told you to print out your accommodation information, including the address and phone number. Here's where you get to use that. In this case, I'm staying at a hotel, so I put in the name of the hotel, its street address, its city, its district, its sub-district, its postcode, and a contact phone number. If you already have your own phone number in Thailand, put that. If not, put the phone number of the hotel. Finally, your duration of stay should be 90 days. For additional accommodation in Thailand, just click no. Do a quick recheck, click save, and then click next. You've checked your eligibility. You've put in your applicant information, and now you've put in your travel information. It's time to upload those last 2 supporting documents. You'll notice the first 2 supporting documents are already here. They renamed the files, so don't worry that they don't match the file names you put in. Just like the passport and visa photo page, drag and drop the files into the little box like I do here for the proof of residence. You may be very tempted to use all JPEGs for the files, but for proof of income, you really need to use a PDF. JPEGs are only single page. You're going to have at least 3 pages. After you upload, click the little blue box and it'll show you what you uploaded. Oh boy, only 1 page of statements. I grabbed the wrong file. I better go get the PDF. In this case, I just drag it over the old file. The only difference you'll see when you're done is that the file extension will change to PDF. Click that blue button one more time just to make sure it's the right document. If you're satisfied you've uploaded all the right files, click Done. Don't worry, you're not really done. You're just going to the next section. First, you'll see a copy of all the information that you're submitting. They ask you to swear that it's true, so accept and confirm that page to move on to the next one. Here you have the option to submit your application, which means make payment, or to apply for more. Because I always get nervous doing this kind of thing, I never submit right away. I'm going to click Apply for More to go back and check the application one more time. When you click Apply for More, it sends you back to the dashboard page, but no application. Go over and click on the yellow View All Applications. Click on Ready to Submit, and there it is. If you click the blue button, you can review the whole application. If you want to edit it, you click the yellow button. And if you've decided you really screwed up and want to start over again, click the red button. When you're satisfied that all's good, click the Proceed to Payment. I'm not going to do that because I already have a visa, but you can go ahead and do that. First, you'll get a confirmation in your email when your payment is cleared. Then, in a week or 2 weeks, sometimes as little as 2 days, you'll get this wonderful document that shows that you're now retired in Thailand. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? It only took us 10 minutes to enter all the data if we prepared in advance. Now that you've got your e-visa in your hand, your next step is your big adventure, getting yourself to Thailand. That's not just buying some plane tickets and stuffing a backpack. There are lots of things to prepare at home before you leave to make settling into Thailand much smoother. What about your car, your insurance, your banking, your health, your house, and oh, Fluffy! Watch my video on moving to Thailand to find out how to prepare. Now that you're in Thailand, you'll need to follow a strict schedule of procedures to extend your 90-day stay for an additional 1 year. Timing is important, so go to the Let's Live in Thailand video here and study the section on retirement visas carefully. Let's prepare your e-visa documents. There are only 4 document files you need to prepare for your application: your passport, your visa photo, your proof of residence, and your proof of income or assets. First, make sure your passport expires at least 6 months after your expected date of entry to Thailand. If it doesn't, renew your passport before making your application. Now, use your phone to take a picture of your passport data page. Make sure there's no glare. Crop the photo to show only this section. Make sure the machine-readable strip at the bottom almost fills the width of the photo, but not quite, just like in this example. Finally, make sure that the file size is no greater than 3 megabytes. Now let's prepare your visa photo. Since you're submitting a digital photo, the actual size of the physical photo doesn't matter. What does matter is the aspect ratio. Width to height needs to be 2 to 3. For example, 4 by 6 centimeters or 1.5 by 2.25 inches. If you take your own photo, make sure the background is white or off-white with no pattern. Your clothing should be solid dark color with or without a collar. It's better not to wear glasses, and you shouldn't wear a hat, except for religious or medical reasons. Your face should cover 70 to 80% of the photo, and you should have a natural expression. Don't say cheese. I find if you crop the photo before the round part of the shoulder, it should be about the right size. If you have any doubts, get the photo taken professionally and ask them to provide a JPEG file that's under 3 megabytes. You can use any of these for proof of current residence: an unexpired driver's license with an address, a telephone or utility bill showing the address if it's issued within the last 30 days, or an unexpired voter registration card that has your address. If you have a scanner or know how to use your phone to scan, make a PDF or JPEG of less than 3 megabytes. Otherwise, just take the best photo you can and crop it to show just the document. Again, make sure the file size is less than 3 megabytes. The most common way to show your proof of income or assets is to provide 3 months bank statements from your home country bank issued immediately prior to your application. The statements should show a total balance of the equivalent in your own currency of 800,000 baht or more, or 3 consecutive months of deposits in your own currency of the equivalent of 65,000 baht or more. Depending on your financial situation, there may be other ways for you to show this income or balance. What's most important is that you show that it is the same or higher for the 3 consecutive months prior to making your application. It's a good idea to use a yellow highlighter to highlight the deposits or balances so that the visa officials don't have to hunt for the information in the documents. Oh, and be aware, you only get to upload 1 file for proof of income, but you certainly will have multiple pages of documents. That means you need to scan all of the statements in order by month into a single PDF file no larger than 3 megabytes. If you can't do this yourself with a scanner or your phone, you'll have to go to an office service center to get it done. Sometimes the folks who take digital passport photos can do this for you too. My name is Yai. I've lived in Thailand more than 35 years and I love it. Now that you're ready to retire in Thailand, I hope you will too. Sawadee krap.